Good evening and welcome to the Alumni Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Ford College. It's time for Hawks basketball and the matchup tonight between the visitors, Terris State Titans from Ohio, taking on the Henry Ford women. And Henry Ford comes in with a record of 0-2 and Terris State 2-1. And I'm Eric Pate. I am your play-by-play guy, and we're waiting on Jeff Lowe. And he'll get here momentarily, and then I'll move over about 6 inches, be your color guy as we get started. And Terris State controls the tip. They're in the blue, going to your left, and right off the rip, Maya Goodman with a long three. First home game for your Hawks, and controlling the rock right now, number 10. Shanta Stantiford. Stantiford's out of Romulus. Dumps it down to number 44, Faith Plummer. Plummer kicks it back outside. Long three is good. Splash time with number 10, Shante Stantiford. Stantiford, a good-looking 5'7" guard out of Romulus High School. And right back at him, Maya Goodman. And it's 3 threes. Unfortunately, Terris State has 2 to Henry Ford's 1, so it's 6-3. Dump down low to Faith Plummer. Plummer on the double post to French on the turnaround to Mia French on a miss. Terris State on the run. Olivia Howard up the floor to number 4, Cameron Wells, no good. Rebounded by Henry Ford. They're coming down, going from your left to your right. Between the legs, Shanta Stantiford throws it off to the wing, the right wing to Chloe McClendon. McClendon out of U-Prep, dumps it down low to French, back up top to Stantiford, pulls up for the jumper, and it's good. Stantiford, 2 for 2 so far, has all the points. 6-5, Terris State. The Titans on the run again. Long shot, three-pointers up, no good by number 4, Cameron Wells. Number 22 for Henry Ford, French rebounds and pushes it up. She gets it back from the right side of the three, up no good. Ball last touch by the Hawks. 6-5, 8:06 left to play in the first quarter. I think I see my help coming. My partner Jeff Lowe is coming in here. I'm going to slide over and let him take this play-by-play over, maybe at the first break. Long three-pointers up and good. 9-5. 9-5 is the score. Terris State up. Steal attempt. And the ball last touched by Terris State. Hello, friend. 7:34 left in the first quarter. Ball last touch by the Hawks. Terris State has it going down. Penetration move. Olivia Howard gives it off to number 15, Kirsten Cook. This roster is all Ohio. Every last player on this roster is from Ohio, and it's 12-5 Terris State. They got a pretty nice rivalry. They've come up here on several different occasions. They're 2-1 on the year. Henry Ford with the basketball. That is Shante Stantiford dumping it off to Faith Plummer. Faith Plummer missed it. The ball was rebounded by number 10, Stantiford. Up the floor. Ball was tipped and goes out of bounds. But it stays with Terris State. Terris State, smallish. They've got 3-6 people over 6 feet, but that right there, that was Kirsten Cook. On the layup, it's 14-5 all of a sudden, Jeff. 6:34 left to play in the first quarter. Staniford handling up top for the Hawks. Dumping it down to Plummer, and she was fouled. That's on number 15, Kirsten Cook. They've had some number changes in their roster. That's her first, the team's first, 14-5. Go ahead, Jeff. It's all yours,
no,
play-by-play.
It's all yours. Tipped off. You done tipped it off, my friend.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, it's women's basketball.
Go with the flow, baby
That's
boy.
That's
yes, sir.
Plummer kicks it outside to number 22. And we don't even have, well, that's 22 for Henry Ford. That's Tamia French. Down come the Titans. That's Deepanay. On a layup attempt, it's missed. And I think they got number 44, Faith Plummer, and that's her first foul.
That was a nice job attacking the basket by Terris State. That young lady went hard to the basket, but the only difference was she went with her right hand instead of her left.
That's it.
And it feels good to tip off basketball season here in the state of Michigan and all over the country, actually.
That's right.
Yes.
The JUCO ball is always fun, especially coming here. Second free throw attempt by Deepanay. 15-5. You take this play-by-play, man. Oh, okay. All right, I'll stay with it.
Yes, sir.
But at halftime, we're going to make a change. All right. Going to the basket is number 10.
Oh.
That's Standifer. Nice move. She's got every one of Henry Ford's points, 16-7, but Terris State is right back at you. Number 4 looked like she might have gotten away with a travel. That was Wells. Kicks it back outside to Goodman. Short on the 3, rebound, big rebound by Tamia French. She's pushing it. Henry Ford and their head coach, Brianna Johnson, that's her first year. This is her home debut. Standifer. Kid out of Romulus High School. Long shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Goodman. Goodman kicks it out to number 11. Howard loves to push it. Good ball handler. Goes down low. 33.
One step too many.
Yeah, one step too many there. And I want to say that's Tanazia Hines called for the travel.
Hines had good position, but defensively, it was a good job by Henry Ford in forcing her to turn the ball over with the travel.
Yeah, 16-7, 5:09 to play in the first quarter, Jeff. And Henry Ford, you know, they've gotten off to a hot start. The good news is that they've hit some three-point shots, and they got one player, Shantae Standifer, who has all 7. The bad news is no one else has scored. You cannot play basketball without all 5 people contributing.
You're absolutely right about that. They all have to touch the ball at some point in the game. And we know that a lot of the successful programs around the country, they know how to do that and get everyone involved.
Well, this is going to be a fun doubleheader night here at Alumni Gym. The women are playing now, and at 7:30 it's the men. And I'm always interested and eager to see the men. They got some guys who I'm familiar with, and we'll talk about that a little later on. But the men's program with Coach Shepard, they've done a great job over the last couple years, and they come in 2-1, and so does Terris State. Looking forward to this contest.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get this one out of the way first, and the women have a lot to say and a lot to play for.
Well, once you get that first one under your belt, as you know, Coach Pate, and you've been a coach before, you know how it is when you get the first jitters out of your system and get into the flow.
Absolutely. That's number 3. Judge got it stolen away by number 2. Kiara Peace pushes it up the floor. Long pass off the foot of Maya Goodman. If she had a size 6, it might have stayed in. As it turns out, her size 8. And it goes off her gym shoe and out of bounds. Henry Ford basketball going down. Tamia French gives it right back to Standifer, who gives it back to French. The thing I like about Henry Ford, all 5 players, well, 4 of the 5 are really good ball handlers. Shot goes up, no good. Olivia Howard pushing it, passing it off in a good layup.
Excellent job.
Amaya Hart.
Excellent job in the open floor with the run game, and turns into 2 points for the Titans.
And the Titans will do that a lot. I mean, they're going to run all night. 18-7. Ball goes out of bounds, off of Henry Ford. The turnovers. Can't have the turnovers, folks. Like this little point guard here. Olivia Howard kicks it off to Peace. Long jumper inside the line, 20-7. The lead expands. The Terris State lead expands to 13, 20-7. You're watching the live stream of Henry Ford College Athletics. I'm Eric Pate along with Jeff Lowe. We flip-flopped a little bit. I'm the play-by-play guy, I guess. Maybe we should keep it this way.
Yeah.
I'll be the play-by-play for the women. You be the play-by-play for the guys.
Oh, okay.
The guys' games are always up and down.
Fast-paced.
Yeah,
nice block that time by the Titans.
So are these. Howard kicking it over to number 5, Mara Hart, who smartly dishes it to Hines for the easy layup. It's 22-7. Terris State. 3:13 and counting in the first quarter. Don't forget, folks, 4 10-minute quarters in women's college basketball. A nice drop-off to number 3. Carletta Judge's shot goes over the backboard. And Carletta Judge played at Romulus last year, not Romulus Summit, because I was the AD out there, and that little girl is here at Henry Ford. DePanay checks back in for Terris State. Makina DePanay. She has the rock, and the Terris State Titans have the lead, 22-7. Peace. Giving it up to number 12, DePanay.
Good job on moving the ball that time. Little skip pass across to the other side. That's what you call one of those zone busters.
That's it.
Little short jump shot.
24-7. Howard's probably going to get called for the foul right there. No, they called it on number 2. Kiera Peace. She got a piece of the arm. Thought it might be in an act of shooting, but it was not. Henry Ford inbounds underneath to Judge. Judge kicks it up top. Jump shot up by French, no good, but rebounded by Standifer. Standifer may play all 40 minutes. That was Faith Plummer on the miss. Got it in good position down low. Peace, pushing it. Terris State will run it. They will not slow down. Long 3 by Howard, up no good, but it's rebounded by Hines. Hines gets it off and misses it. Or was that a steal? Standiford nonetheless has the ball, being hawked by double team now by Terris State. Smartly drops it off. French airballed. It's real close to the basket and airballed it. Terris State swings it over to Howard. Howard with the 3-point shot up, no good. Tipped around. Terris State gets it. Balancing act on the baseline, goes back up top, swings it back over to number 2, Peace, with an air ball. French.
Good form, but air ball.
That's it. French going to the hole. She was fouled. That was foul number 5, Amara Hart. That's her first, the team's 3rd.
And French will go to the line shooting 2.
Early in the season, you got to hope that people have their win, hope their off-season conditioning worked. 24-7, 1:15 left in the first quarter. I know these teams are both anxiously waiting for that quarter break as French hit the first free throw. Here comes the second one.
Knocked them both down. Good job by French right there with the concentration at the line.
That's number 12, DePanay, up top. I like this Terris State ball club because they are running nonstop. Howard, hard off the backboard, rebounded by French for the Hawks.
And they're getting some good looks and penetrating that zone.
Yeah, I like the fact that Henry Ford has, as I said earlier, 4 ball handlers, 4 people who can get it off the glass and go. Plummer down low. Probably a project, a kid that needs to get some work. There's number 5, Hart, pushing it, but she's called for the travel. 24-9, 36.69 left to play in the first quarter. 24-9. Don't forget, doubleheader night. Like these doubleheaders.
Love them. Yes.
Standifer is the Hawks' main ball handler. Judge Dumps it off to Standifer.
A high rainbow shot.
That's 3 threes for
Yes.
her.
Whoa.
Well, that's a 2. So I think she has 2 2s and 2 3s. 24-11. Last shot time. Right at the buzzer. Standifer puts it up, and it's no good. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Terris State 24, Henry Ford College 11. Jeff, what do you think? I mean, the young ladies, Terris State, pushing the tempo. You got to find a way to stop them so that they don't just have free reign getting up and down all 94 feet.
Well, you might have to revert to maybe picking them up full court, putting a little pressure on them in the backcourt to kind of stifle the run game and getting out in the open floor. That's one idea. Or maybe go to a man-to-man or person-to-person, man-to-man defense to check up on them real closely, and that's another way maybe. But it's usually if you're going hard to the defensive board or offensive board and getting that rebound, which I see that the Hawks are at a slight disadvantage right now when it comes to the height on the board. So it's going to be a pretty difficult task to slow down this team from Terris State.
Yeah, Terris State, they should be the running Titans because that's 24 points in the first quarter. They've shot a high percentage. They are, they started off hitting their jump shots, and they are taking that ball to the basket, led by Olivia Howard, 5'5" point guard out of Sandusky Perkins High School. And Henry Ford will get the ball to start the second quarter. I think Henry Ford's got to get some, make the quality shots. They're getting some quality shots. They're just not knocking them down. Standifer is knocking some shots down. I think she has 10 of the 11, if I'm not mistaken. Swings it down low to French. Shot up no good. And here comes Terris State. Terris State is located near Sandusky, Ohio. For those who don't know, nice rebound by French. And I'm telling you, foul trouble is always a concern. 7 players for the Hawks on this roster, 7. Shot up, it's no good. Rebound, but she's out of bounds. Terris State.
It looked like she stepped on the line there.
She tight-roped it. I saw Coach Shepard walk in, and what a job he's done. We'll talk more about that, of course, later on. Henry Ford inbounding underneath the basket. 20 on the shot clock.
Another way you stop that fast break is you make buckets.
That's it.
Buckets will definitely stop the fast break from happening.
Yep, make him get it out of the net. Get it out of the net and go. Who's that foul on? Number 11? I think they called it on number 11 for number 11. I think it's going to be Mara tonight. Nope, that's Olivia Howard. That's her first and the team's 4th foul.
Dope. I didn't see a number 11 on the roster. But
yep, number 15, Reese Page. These uniform changes, they've got to let us know so we can get it right. We are live streaming on YouTube, so we certainly want to get everything right.
Absolutely.
Quality is job 1. Page kicks it out to Howard. Howard swings it to number 0 for air ball, Maya Goodman.
Goodman coming up with a 0 on that last shot attempt.
Henry Ford calls timeout, 8:42 left in the second quarter. Eric Pate along with Jeff Lowe. This is Hawks basketball, Henry Ford Athletics live stream on YouTube. We did volleyball, man. We're gonna get Sydney Murray over here at halftime to talk to us a little bit.
That's great.
And I saw her earlier. I'm gonna tell her all about how great her dad was. You think she want to hear that?
Oh, sure she would.
Man. Old Jim Murray Pride of Central Michigan University, a Cass Technical High School graduate in 1983, but Sydney had a nice season with the volleyball team. So we'll talk about her journey here to Henry Ford at halftime. 8:42 left to play in the second quarter. 24-11 is the score. Driving to the basket. She got hacked. That was French going to the basket. And that foul's on number 15, Kirsten Cook. That's her second, the team's fifth. Checking into the ball game for Terris State is number 2, Kiera Peace, 5'8" forward out of Toledo Rogers. At the line, Samia French shooting 2 for the Hawks. First shot is up and good. Starting to get their rhythm, going right to the basket. That's what you have to do. You have to attack.
Let's see if they can cut into this lead and make some progress.
That's it.
And the only way to do that is to make some buckets. So,
that's it. That's
and some good defense to stop them from making buckets.
There you go. That's the key. You score, they stop. You stop them, you score. You stop them, and they score. Traveling, 24-13 is the score. Turnovers now. Let's see if Henry Ford can take advantage of it, cut into this double-digit lead. It was once 24-7. It is now 24-13, a 6-0 run by the Hawks. Nice move. Stantifer. Oh, tough break as Faith Plummer gets the rebound and couldn't put it back. The big girl, 6'2", out of Southgate Anderson. She's a project at best, but I tell you this, all you need is a bucket maybe to get you going, because Terris State has cooled off. Howard off the rebound from Cook over to Peace. Peace dribbles up top to get a better view. They run the weave. Goodman back over to long shot up, no good,
and
by Peace.
Just beating the 24-second clock right there to get it off. So this zone defense by the Hawks is giving Titans a little problems.
And that's a 30-second clock, Jeff. You thinking about that NBA ball.
Yes, I was.
Nice drive.
Pardon me.
Stantifer missed the layup. Countless missed layups here. 24-13. You gotta have those, because that could have taken it down to 9. This could be a 4-point swing. They're going to call that foul along the baseline on Tamia French for Henry Ford. That's tough, because you miss a layup here, then you get a girl going to the basket, and Kiera Peace, and she gets fouled, and now there's 2 free throws coming up. Kiera Peace. That foul was on Tamia French for Henry Ford, her first, the team's second. First free throw by Kiera Peace off. 24-13. They've cooled down considerably. Shot up. It's good. 25-13. Terris State. Tamia French driving. Got bumped first.
Looks
they
like
call that on number 5.
5, yes, that's Hart.
That's her second foul. Second foul, team 6th. They're stuck on 3 on the scoreboard. That is wrong. Stantifer. Nice move. Gets to the basket. Just can't finish it. Rebound. Up, no good by McClendon. She couldn't finish it. And Faith Plummer couldn't corral it. Terris State does, though. They come across half court. Into the corner. Long 3. Up, no good by Depanay. Drop off to number 5. Her shot is up, no good by Hart. Rebounded for Henry Ford, Tamia French. One hands it up the floor, guarded by Peace. Nice drive.
French did a good job blocking out on that last defensive board.
Nice drive by French. Missed it, number 15. Chloe McClendon, turnaround jumper in the lane, no good. Here comes Terris State, long 3, up, no good. Rebounded by Peace. Peace goes up with it again. Missed it. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Terris State. And they call a full timeout. I guess Coach Ted Willman didn't like what he saw. So 6:02 left before halftime. 25-13, Terris State leads Henry Ford College. Yeah, so what do you say, Jeff? I mean, what's your thoughts?
Well, one of my thoughts is that Henry Ford has to make those short, mid-range points count. They have to make some shots have gone in and come right out. I think they have to get closer, get inside, and challenge the big ladies of Terris State, and force them to commit some fouls, and possibly they might have to sit down when this game gets tight and later on in the game. And
yeah, you certainly want to draw some fouls, and if my calculations are correct, now the scoreboard says that Terris State only has 3 team fouls. I've got number 5, Amara Hart, with 2. So I got him with 6. So your theory about the foul trouble is correct. Long shot by French is no good. You know, I like what French is trying to do, but the only way you can eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Let that sink in. 33, Tanasia Hines checks back in. She's their tallest young lady at 6'2". Terris State is quick, fast, and in a hurry. They swing it, get it down to Carapace, who was in that dribble drive position. Nice fight for a rebound. Tip, Maya Goodman gives it up. Shot up by number 12. DePanay is no good. Rebounded by Flav Plummer. She hands it off to Stanifer. Stanifer gives it over to French, and French missed it. Hard off the glass. Here comes Terris State, number 5. Hart right back at you. Gives it up to Peace. Peace swings it back up top to Goodman. Goodman shot up no good. Underneath, Hines missed it. Ball last touch by the Titans. Wow, up and down.
Up and down. And
Henry Ford's got to hit some shots.
Yes, they definitely have to do that. But on the defensive side, they're pretty much doing a decent job on the defensive side. So, and they're forcing them to take some bad shots.
They've held them without a field goal. They've scored 1 point. Remember, they scored 24, Terris State, in the first quarter.
Right.
Nice move, but that's a travel. It looked good in the NBA, but this is JUCO.
WNBA.
WNBA. You're right about that. Thank you. But this is not that, as they say. And so Henry Ford's right back at him, number 22, French. She's got nice looks all night. Finishes one, and it's a 10-point deficit now, 25-15.
Yeah, she got that one to go, and it went down and around, but it counts.
Long shot is up, and it's no good. And Carletta Judge on the dribble. Went off of Terris State. So on the side, Henry Ford will inbound it. Some subs come into the contest. Howard is back on the floor for Terris State. She will push the tempo.
And that's one thing about Henry Ford. They do not have any substitutions. And hopefully they can last. Not too many substitutions on their bench.
Yeah, they got one girl from what I could see. Shot up, no good. And French's shoe came off. One of these times, Faith Plummer, the big 6'2" sophomore out of Southgate Anderson, is going to hit one of those shots underneath. She's getting some good looks. You can tell that she hasn't played a whole lot of basketball, but I'm sure coach and the program looked at her and said, hey, she's tall. We can work with her. I think Henry Ford is shorthanded literally with 6 people. Shot us up no good. Rebounded by McClendon. Henry Ford coming down. 8-1 run by Henry Ford. They were down 24-7 at the end of one. 25-15. Timeout by Henry Ford. It is their second timeout, and it's a 30-second timeout. 3:01 left before halftime. Jeff, this is an opportunity for Henry Ford to take advantage because Terris State has gone the entire quarter without a field goal.
Only 1 point to show for it. 1 point. And it's only a 10-point lead. So, and that zone defense by the Hawks is giving the Titans a little bit of problem. And that's a good sign. That's one thing you can point to, the defensive side for Henry Ford.
Having somebody shoot from the outside, I mean, and they're not hitting the shots. That's always good. So let's see if Henry Ford can get something going. This is the girl that can make it happen, Stanifer. They got her for the carry. I mean, they're just not, they're trying to run their offense and execute. God bless them for that. I mean, just some bad breaks. 15 for Terris State. That's Reese Page checking back in. She's a 6-footer from Saline. They come in from the Buckeye State and take our kids out, huh? Howard dumps it down to Cook. Cook swings it outside. Shot up no good by Peace. Now she's guarding number 15, McClendon. Nice pass from Stanifer to Faith Plummer. Plummer maybe a little frustrated now. She's getting all types of good looks. That was a really nice pass by Stanifer.
Plummer had good position in the inside, but just couldn't turn and convert that into points.
That's got to be frustrating for everyone, but you got to keep going inside and having confidence in the big girl. Shot up. And no good. Shot was no good. Stays here with Terris State. 2:04 left, 10 seconds on the shot clock. I got to make sure these fouls are right. Now they got 4 fouls for Terris State.
Good block by Plummer that time. It's just a matter of getting your hands up.
And that's her second foul, the team's third. We better check on these fouls. Kirsten Cook.
I thought it was a block and it was a foul.
Yeah, we got it. The number of fouls is concerning me because the scoreboard and what I have here don't match. And number 15, Cook for Terris State hits the first free throw, 26-15. Second free throw by Cook is up and good. 27-15. Shot is up, and it's good. Now, that's a nice move by Tamia French. Ypsilanti Lincoln product. Imani Bates isn't the only good player to come out of Ypsi Lincoln. Pull up, and that's the first field goal. And that is Kiera Peace, who came up with that bucket. And that is 6 minutes and 27 seconds without a field goal in this quarter. Judge, hard dribble over to number 15, McClendon. McClendon had it stolen away underneath. Peace has the rock guarded by Stanifer along that right sideline, swings it to Howard. Howard thinks about it, takes the three, missed it. French with the rebound. 29-17, under a minute before halftime. French, hard dribble, swings it to Stanifer. Stanifer, long three, up no good, rebounded, and it's good. Faith Plummer and the whole crowd makes noise because they know the big girl has worked for it. And that's a foul on number 2, Kara Peace. That's her second. At the line for the old school and one is number 44, Faith Plummer. 29-19.
Plummer just did a good job in getting that position in the low paint, and nobody can push her out the way.
Hey, she's 6'2", and you never give a lady's weight on a live stream. That's rule number 1. 29-19, but she is a force, a large person down there that you don't play with. Nice rebound by Plummer. So maybe Henry Ford can hold it for one shot and cut it to one. Cut it to one, double digits, and that shot is up, and that's a nice one by French. They didn't wait. So now Terris State, Howard has it. Passes it off. That was a long shot that was off by Deepanay. 15, Reese Page's shot went up, no good, and we're going to end it. Halftime score. Henry Ford finished with a burst. Terris State 29, Henry Ford 21, halftime score. We're going to be joined by Sydney Murray from the Henry Ford College volleyball team momentarily. 29-21, Henry Ford. You are watching the Henry Ford Athletics live stream of the Henry Ford College women's basketball team. Eric Pate, Jeff Lowe. Text your dad. All right, halftime score, 29-21. Terris State leads the Henry Ford College women's basketball team. Home opener for the Hawks, Eric Pate along with Jeff Lowe. And don't forget, 7:30, the men come on the floor, and I'm looking forward to this one. But right now it's halftime. We're happy to be joined by one of the Henry Ford College volleyball players, Sydney Murray. And Sydney, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to come over and join us.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Well, Sydney, I wanted to talk to you about, the volleyball team and whatnot, but the connection we have is your father. I mean, Jim Murray. Everybody, from my era, he's class of 82. Oh, I'm sorry, 83 from Cass Tech, and played at Central Michigan University, played basketball. And I tell you, he was very excited the night that you played, the home opener. He was really excited to see you. Just talk about the athleticism and just the history of the athletics in your family.
Well, all my siblings, we all play sports except for my older sister, but I have 3 brothers, and even my dad played basketball, as we know. But, yeah, I honestly would say that I'm probably the most athletic out of all, So, but I didn't actually start playing sports until like 7th grade because nobody knew that I was athletic for real. So I started with volleyball, and then I went to track. And I did good in track, but it's not something I wanted to do for real. I didn't have a passion for it, and I actually hated meets. So then I got more serious with volleyball, even though it is a lot more expensive. Yeah, I started playing volleyball, and I just stuck with me for real till now.
And just talk to us a little bit about being a part of this team this year, and coach, and what coach means to you, and just being a part of this program.
Well, I tried out last year, but I didn't play because I was ineligible, so I stayed as a team manager, and it was hard for me to be on the bench and watch them lose all the time because they literally lost most of the games. That was hard for me, but it did motivate me for actually the last season where I actually did play. I was very determined to, do what I had to do and basically bring a reputation for the Henry Ford volleyball team because we don't really have one. But when I started playing this year, it did take a lot of adjustments just because I haven't played on the team in so long, and I went through a lot to get to this point. So it was emotional for me when they weren't, basically executing how I wanted them to, or, we weren't playing as a team and things weren't working out where I felt like I was doing my part, but the team just wasn't backing me up, or they just didn't have the same passion that I had. And it was difficult for me, but I'm pretty glad it's over.
All right. Well, let me just say this. I just noticed, Sydney, toward the end of the year, that you had a lot of spring in your legs. You were really, and I don't, my volleyball lingo may not be the best. You were really aggressive at the net.
Yeah.
I mean, just talk about the style of play that you had, particularly at the end of the year.
Okay. Well, at the end of the year, it became more about stats because I wanted the best stats. A lot of kills, but not so many errors. So in order to do that, I basically just focused on, reps, just doing the thing over and over. Make sure it get over the net. Don't hit in the net. Don't hit out of bounds. Don't give them points, basically. And to score as much as possible. So I really had to, work on everything all together. And eventually it all did come together. But I basically wanted the most points. I wanted to score the most points out of everybody on my team. That's basically what my mindset was. And I did. Towards the end of the year, I did. So, yeah.
And just one last question. I mean, what does the future hold for Sydney Murray in volleyball?
Okay.
And even college, college first.
Well, I actually plan on graduating in February. Honestly, after this year, I don't know where I would go. Hopefully somewhere D1, D2. I know my coach has a few connections with some D1 colleges. She sent in the group chat, one school, I think in Illinois, if I was interested. But I really have my eyes set on, an Atlanta school. I want to go to school in Atlanta. I can't remember the name. Oh, Savannah State University. I would want to go there, or HBCU. Preferably, but honestly, wherever, as long as it's not D3. I feel like I'm D2, D1,
Okay, well, Sydney, thank you for joining us at halftime. I know you were a little nervous about it, but you did good.
Thank you.
All right, you kind of look like my daughter, too. I'm going to show you a picture of my daughter. Well, right. Sydney Murray from the women's volleyball team, much success. Halftime score 29-21. We'll return after this. Great job, Sydney. All right, we're getting set for second half action. Third quarter. Henry Ford College trails Terris State 29-21. Eric Pate, Jeff Lowe. Terris State gets the ball. They're going left to right. And Howard is on the floor. She's been a catalyst. Gives it up to DePinay. DePinay drops it off in the middle to Reese Page. Henry Ford did a fine job in the second quarter of stopping Terris State. Judge with a jump shot off no good from the Romulus product. Number 12, DePinay.
Euro step.
Euro step, and that's good. 31-21.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'd say it was a very good quarter for Henry Ford. 14-5 advantage in scoring. And now we got long shot by Standifer. Standifer drops it off to 15. Chloe McClendon up no good. Here come Terris State. This is how they started the game, running. Howard shot up no good, rebounded by number 15, McClendon. McClendon drops it off to Tamia French. Tamia French was very impressive in that first half. Standifer was as well. Got the Hawks off to a great start. On the switch, French.
And that zone in the first half for the Hawks was very impressive as far as not letting the Titans get a run and get away from them. They're only down by 10 points right now, the Hawks are. And
Reese Page on the foul for Terris State. And at the line, number 22, Tamia French. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, as I was saying, though, that zone defense, they have to tighten it up a little bit. And on the offensive end, they got to make some buckets. That's all they have to do right now. Tighten that up on the defensive side, the zone, and right there what French did, make them pay when they go to the line.
31-23. They cut it to 8. Hawks down 8 here in the third quarter. 8:28 and counting. Dumped it down low to Hines. Shot up by Goodman. It's no good.
She was on the line there. She stepped on the line. It's going to go over to the Hawks.
Turnover, and things are really going Henry Ford's way. They are playing it at their tempo, and now Terris State going to a little bit of pressure. Turnover, that's what you don't want. Peace on the layup. That one hurt. You're going down to try to cut it to 6 or possibly 5, and layup, and there's another one. Got to be careful, not careless. 35-23, Judge, high pass, got to be careful. Take care of the basketball. Howard on the foul for Terris State. You have to take care of the basketball.
Terris State realizes that Henry Ford was getting a little momentum, and they decided to apply some pressure on the offensive side. Picked them up full court, forced the turnovers, and the turnovers turned into buckets.
And that was a bump right there by Goodman on number 15, Chloe McClendon. McClendon, good-looking athlete for Henry Ford. 6-footer out of UPrep. She's a freshman. 35-23. Henry Ford's got, they don't have any depth, but they have some good-looking players. Standiford is one of them, and the floater. Float on!
The crossover.
You can't help but say float on. Nice floater. And who do they get? That's a collision. McKenna DePinay runs into French, and French gets called for the foul.
I thought that was a good job by French. I think she got there and established her position in the low post area and took that charge, but the official didn't think so.
Yep, I thought she was there, and DePinay looked like she was in major pain. Misses the first free throw. 35-25, 7:31 left in the second quarter. Eric Pate, Jeff Lowe with you. Henry Ford College women's basketball. Second shot up. Free throw for DePinay is off. Rebounded by Terris State, number 4. And there's a layup. That was Cameron Wells that missed a couple shots. But then the layup, 37-25, and all of a sudden that lead for Terris State has expanded to 12. There's a steal. DePanay on the reverse. 39-25. Another steal. That is 3 buckets early in this quarter on careless passes underneath. And that is a 3 timeout, deep jumper by number 33, Hines, for Terris State. Now it's up to 16, 41-25.
And you see what a little pressure does, applying the pressure, forcing the turnovers on the defensive end for Terris State, and turns into a big lead for Terris State.
41-25. 41-25, and Howard kind of raked her on the arm. That's number 11. Number 11 on the foul. That's Howard. That's her 3rd foul. And she goes to the bench. This is the time where Henry Ford can make a move, because that's a major ball handler right there. 41-25, Terris State. 6:36 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Standifer working against Peace. Standifer kicks it out to French. French goes hard to the basket. Shot was blocked. She gets it back. Nice turnaround baseline jump shot. They needed that. 41-27.
Great job by number 22 to stay with that. Didn't give up on it, and it turned into points.
Well, the men are heading to the locker room, so about that time, get ready, get ready. Down low, Hines on the turnaround, up no good. Rebound, good strong rebound by Plummer. Standifer kicks it out to Judge. Block shot, Hines sent it back into the stands.
Judge with the step back 3.
Yeah,
you can tell she's been watching some women's basketball.
Yeah, head fake to the hole. Head fake to the hole. Back into the back into the ball game is Amara Hart for Terris State. Yeah, in those situations, it's easy for me to say that because I'm sitting up here. But Judge, you want a head fake and go baseline. I saw her play last year. She can score. She's got to get some shots off. Turnover. Henry Ford couldn't get it on the inbound. 41-27.
I think at this point, Eric, I think Henry Ford has to come out of that zone and get on a man-to-man defense and apply some pressure of their own to Terris State.
Well, that's the second team foul. That foul's on Carletta Judge. At the line is Makina DePanay, and you're right about that. She makes the first free throw, 42-27. Second free throw by DePanay. It's good, 43-27. These passes, you got to be careful. Standiford to French. French goes to the basket. And that's good. And she's been aggressive.
And that's exactly what happens when you break a full court press or some full court pressure, layups.
And she's been aggressive. I love the fact that she's aggressive. Baseline layup by Peace. You got to be just as aggressive on defense.
Yes, you do.
Move your feet. 45-29. You want the good news or the bad news? Timeout. Henry Ford, as they trapped on the sideline, Terris State did. 5 minutes straight up left in the 3rd quarter. 45-29, Terris State.
Yeah, that was a good timeout because she had nowhere to go in that corner. That was a bad spot to get trapped in.
That's because the baseline is another defender. You can't. That's why coaches constantly tell you keep it in the middle of the floor. So, Jeff, I mean, you made a good point. You said that Henry Ford needs to come on out that zone now. Talk about it.
Hey, well, I think if they come out that zone, they sitting back and allowing Terris State to just come down the floor, they have to apply some pressure on their own and try to force the issue on their own and just not let Terris State come down and set up for a outside jumper or a zone buster shot. That's what I call them. And we'll see what they do here. And now, as you can see, Terris State has moved back into a zone defense.
Turnover after they exchange turnovers, and French has it up top working against DePanet. Nice screen by Faith Plummer. That was textbook.
Yes.
And if you're not hitting shots and you're a big girl, you got to set some picks and have an impact on the game that way until everything works. Good play by Plummer. She's underneath. That's a layup.
Yes.
Good look. Now, if you can just get a third score to go along with French and Standifer, you're doing something. 45-31. Let's see if Henry Ford can make a run. Shot is up, no good. Plummer with the rebound.
Here comes that pressure again by Terris State. Full court. Good job breaking the pressure.
That foul is on number 5, Amara Hart for Terris State. Her third foul, the team's 5th.
And Stanford will go to the line shooting 2.
Shooting 2, and she's got to hit both of them. First one is up and good. It's a critical point in the ball game because Howard is not on the floor for Terris State. Second free throw, or Stanford's up, no good. 45-32. 13-point bulge. Got to get some stops. Peace. Cross court.
That's like a travel to me.
Travel call.
Yes.
45-32. .356 left in the third quarter. Remember now, women's basketball, it's 4 quarters, not 2 halves. Lazy inbound pass. I mean, you can't float it. You got to get it in there with some velocity. DePanet had nowhere to go, but there's a foul on French. She got Amara Hart on the reach. Reach out teeth. That's French. That is her third foul.
French was in good position to defend. But just like you said, when you reach, it usually turns into a whistle being blown.
And Hart missed the free throw. 45-32, you got to make these. Shot is up and good. 46-32, 3:46 left. And they're staying with the pressure, Jeff.
A 1-2-2 zone full court pressure.
Judge has got to come to the basketball. Bad pass. Judge has the ball on the wing. Oh my goodness. Man. Turnover.
The Hawks did a pretty good job in breaking that pressure on that last time down the floor. But once you break that pressure, get into your offense, and let's turn that offense into scores.
That's it. Can't be careless with the basketball. Just calm down. You've been on the floor. I mean, heck, you played the entire game. Relax. Shot up, and that's not what you want to see. Amara Hart with a long 3. 49-32, that lead is expanding. Judge on the runner, it's no good. Rebounded by DePanet. DePanet pushing it against Standifer. Standifer dives. Good hustle. Judge gets in there. Possession arrow favors the Hawks. That's good hustle. That's something we haven't seen a lot of. And there was an opportunity to salvage the play. And so Henry Ford did a fine job there.
Yes, and like you said, good hustle, getting on the floor, going after the ball was a great effort by Henry Ford at that time.
Judge missed a wide open jump shot. You got to give us something. Carletta Judge, 5'4" freshman out of Romulus. Long shot.
Nothing but the bottom of the net on that one.
That's Kiera Peace. 51-32, and here we go. I mean, 24-7 was the score at the end of the first quarter, and Henry Ford fought back. and it was 41-33 at one point, and now Terris State running hard and scoring. That shot is up no good by Peace. Peace has got it, eyed it, off. Rebound by number 33, Hines, up no good. Rebounded by French. French pushes it, and that foul's going to be on number 2. I can just mark it down right now. Kara Peace on the foul. That's her 3rd foul. That's 16 fouls. Headed to the line for Henry Ford is number 22, Tamia French. Ipsy Lincoln product. I'll say it again. Nice ball player from the high school that we all know, Imani Bates.
Yes.
Kid that's at Eastern now after spending last year at Memphis. Flirted with the NBA. What is the Ipsy Lincoln nickname?
And I lived there for many
Wow,
years.
you got to know it, Jeff. Didn't you go to Eastern?
Yes, I did.
The Rail
4-15.
Splitters, as French hits.
Rail Splitters, all right.
As French hit the second shot, just under 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, 51-33. Going to the basket on the baseline. Layup is no good by Peace. Stanifer and French have played well. And there's a foul. Cameron Wells. That was a hammer.
You are absolutely right about Stanford and French. They have been the 2 go-to players on this Hawks team, and they've been providing most of the action on the offensive side and the defensive side.
French goes to the line, and the scoreboard doesn't say it, but that was team foul number 7. Shot is up no good. They got to get the scoreboard right. That is 17 fouls against Terris State. 51-34 as French hits the second. 140 and counting in the 3rd quarter. DePanay swings it up top to Cameron Wells. Wells, that shot is up no good. The pass goes no good. Turnover. Henry Ford has it. Going down the floor.
And
Stanford and French.
And the Titans continue to apply a little bit of pressure. That was some soft pressure right there.
They broke it very well.
Yes.
And drew the contact for the foul. Got to like that. Who's the foul on? 34.
French will go to the line again. And this time, Coach decides to bring all of his
It's on Hines. First free throw
took them
by
all
French
off the
is good.
line. I don't know why, but it took them all off the line and got them set up in the defense already.
Well, I mean, they're tired.
It's a minute, yeah,
and
running up and down the floor.
Second free throw is good by French. 51-36. Now, if you can probably get it down to 12 before the end of the quarter, that would be good. DePanay throws it down to Hart. Shot up no good. French to Stanford. Stanford, nice juke move. Gets to the basket, got bumped, no call. Plummer up no good on the rebound. And it goes off of the Henry Ford Hawks. Lady Hawks or Hawks? Henry Ford.
Henry Ford Hawks.
51-46. I think a lot of people have dropped the lady in front of the nickname. 51-36. DePanay up no good. Plummer with the rebound. She's got quite a few rebounds tonight. Long shot by French.
Oh.
Up no good.
Plummer's
but Plummer is there. Missed it. Stanford cleans it up. 51-38. Right back at you. Off the foot of number 4, Cameron Wells. If that was a size 9, she might have stayed in bounds, but she wears a 10. 51-38.
French looking for the last shot.
No good. Oh, she tried to get the shot off at the end of the quarter. That's it. Terris State 51, Henry Ford 38. And a great opportunity for them to have some momentum going into that fourth quarter.
Yes.
Got a lot of ground to make up.
Lot of ground to make up. And we have to figure out that full court pressure so they can really make that ground up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the men do here. 51-38, 10 more minutes for the men. See what happens. Before the men play, the women have 10 minutes to try to cut this deficit and get a win. Cut the deficit, take the lead. What do you think they need to do here in the fourth quarter to make that happen?
I think they have to go into a matchup defense, number one. They just got to match up and apply some pressure on Terris State. Number two, I think as we've been saying the entire game, they have to make some buckets. They have to get some rebounds on the offensive end and force the Tierra team into a situation where the Hawks have to apply pressure. And the only way you could do that is make some buckets. Not the only way, but one way you could do it by making buckets and slow them down a little bit.
That's it. Okay, here we go. Terris State with the basketball to start the quarter. 15-point lead. Howard is back in the ball game. Long shot by number 4. Cameron Wells is off and out of bounds. That's what you want, a defensive stop to start the quarter. 51-38. French. And that foul is going to be on number 11. And I think they're going to let her ride it out. They didn't call a foul. Or did they?
I thought they called a foul.
Did they call a foul?
No, I don't think so. They're not. She's not going to the line.
Nope, they did call it. Howard, that's her 4th foul.
Oh, okay.
First in the quarter. The fouls reset every quarter. Judge, shot is up and no good. Just not having a good night from the field. Terris State, DePanay dribbles from the key, bottom, then the baseline all the way to the top. Peace, shot clock down to 7. DePanay looking, sit down in the stands, Judge, shot. Good defense, but they call it, that was a shot clock violation if I ever saw one.
Yes.
51-38 with 8:58 left to play. Still enough time.
I think Terris State may have fell asleep a little bit on that last possession.
It's not bad defense by Henry Ford,
Not
but you're right.
Not bad.
You're right. Let's see if. 30-second timeout is called by Terris State.
Terris State's head coach doesn't like that last possession either. He wasn't happy with it.
First time I've seen him all night kind of get intense, but Henry Ford, this is going to be a situation where we, of course, we talked to Sidney Murray, a volleyball player who's thinking about playing a little basketball. They need about 4 more bodies. I'm talking about 4 bodies that can kind of hold it down like a second unit and keep things going, because if not, it's going to be rough.
Yes, it is.
It is going to be rough. You have to have some depth. And right now, they have run these girls the entire game.
And right now, they also are being carried by Stanford and French, who's been handling the load for the Hawks.
Shot up, no good. French, good way to get the shot up.
Good decision at the last moment there to take the shot.
That foul's on number 0. Maya Goodman, her 2nd, the team's 3rd in the quarter. At the line is Tamia French. Ypsi Lincoln, we've said that already. Just a freshman. First free throw is good. 51-39. If you're Terris State, if you're their head coach, you got to be a little frustrated because they don't have, Henry Ford doesn't have a lot of players.
Right.
Second free throw is up and good, and it's 51-39. Oh, 51-38? Wait a minute, she had both free throws. Okay. 51-30, 51-40. They changed it on the scoreboard. I wanted that point. Big rebound by Peace, but she couldn't control it, and Henry Ford's got the ball going down.
Let's see how they handle the pressure. It's full court pressure. In a bad spot. And
turnover.
Satterford tried to throw it off the defender.
Yeah, I just don't know why you would dribble directly to the side.
Nah, that's a bad spot.
That's why you have a crossover dribble, so you can change directions and get to where you want to go. Just a little tip from an old point guard. 8 minutes left to play in regulation. 51-40. Steal by Plummer. Gives it off to Standifer. Standifer, nice juke move, gets to the paint. And that is a fine basketball move to cut it to 51-42. Now it's under 10. You got time, especially when you're making plays like this. I'm just really pleased with the way Henry Ford is starting to check a little bit. She traveled. And that ball goes off Terris State. They got a few athletes that are tired. That was a really nice move by Standifer on the last possession. Judge, get rid of it. She's keeping it. Throws it up, no good. Plummer.
It's a rebound. Plummer
scores a basket. Timely bucket. Don't look now. 51-44. Down to 7. DePanay. Long shot by Hart, up no good, but a long rebound. Peace. Up no good. Henry Ford on the foul. You hate to see that happen. And that was on Faith Plummer. That's her third foul. The team's first.
Peace getting that rebound off the baseline there. Went up hard. It was in a very dangerous area. But, hey, she got it and put it back up and drew the foul.
Kind of like Stacey Augment.
Yeah.
They called him the plastic man. I like what she's doing. And she hit the second free throw. 52-44. It's still single digits. Layup by Plummer. 52-46. They haven't been this close since early in the game. Standifer on the steal. Goes to the basket. Up, no good. Big rebound. Big rebound by Reese Page.
And that was a nice move by Standifer. Went right into the teeth of the defense. Long three-point jumper, no good. Terris State with the rebound, and hey, coming down with it. Here's French going to the basket. Oh, went round and didn't go down, but I think that's going to be an offensive foul.
54-46, aggressive moves, and I hope that Henry Ford has enough to finish the job as we come up on 6 minutes. 54-46. They have fought uphill the entire game. DePanay being guarded by number 15. Steal. That was Chloe McClendon guarding her. Standifer thought she would pull up. Gave it to French. French back to Standifer.
That's good. Oh, it looked good from here.
That's a rebound by Peace. She keeps it. Pass nowhere. They need Howard. They need Howard. And they are kind of going at it. DePanay and Peace. Peace is saying, keep running or give me the ball. Or, nonetheless, they're arguing with each other. That's not bad. Shot up by French. Over the back. Plummer couldn't finish it.
Jump ball.
Jump ball possession arrow favors the Hawks.
Yes.
Henry Ford, 54-46, 5:10 left to play in regulation. Let's see what Henry Ford can do. Only two people I want touching the ball right now is Stanford and French, and they give it to Plummer. Off with the hook. Fight for it.
Oh!
Hey, and she fell right on top of DePanay. Plummer did.
The Plummer couldn't help that.
Yeah, and jump ball situation, the possession arrow favors the Titans. 54-46. Just 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in regulation.
And DePanay, she's still trying to stretch out after Plummer fell on her.
Hart missed it, and Plummer getting every defensive rebound. Now there's a trap. Got to come to the ball. French on the run. Judge was underneath the basket. Now, I don't know if they trust Judge because she hasn't hit many shots from the field. But that time she was underneath the basket. She was right there at the basket.
I think French was looking for her with the bounce pass, but we went off one of the legs of the defender, so she couldn't make it happen.
54-46. French kicks it out to Judge. Judge shot up, no good. Long rebound. Goes to Terris State. Don't foul. DePanay over to number 15. And that is Reese Page. 56-46, now it's back up to 10 points.
Page hasn't taken many shots, but that last jumper looked pretty good.
56-46, Terris State. They've controlled the tempo for the majority of this game. Shot up, no good. Now Henry Ford has to get back. Reese Page with a stick back, 58-46, and I think now they're tired. Timeout, Henry Ford. That's a 6-0 run in progress. 3:45 left in regulation. Timeout. Coach Johnson calls a timeout. Her assistants have been doing a lot of the talking in the huddle. And, of course, Coach Johnson is one of the assistants on the volleyball team. And, she's the women's coach. But she's got a lot of help with the gentleman on the sideline. Let's see if they can cook up something. What would you do, Jeff? 3:45 left in regulation.
Well, it's not a whole lot of time left, but again, I would have to say we have to put some pressure on the offense of Terris State, and that means coming out of that zone and just going into a matchup defense and forcing them to try to force them to turn the ball over, because we're running out of time right now.
Yeah, Terris State has run this thing up and down the floor. Howard has been in foul trouble. Great opportunity for the Hawks to take advantage of it. You got to take advantage of it when you have the time.
Right. And you can always switch it up. Maybe this time down the floor you might want to apply some full court pressure on them just to see how they handle it, just to see if they might turn the ball over too.
Well, Howard is back in the ball game, and she changes the entire complexion of the Terris State offense. She's a spark plug. She pushes the ball. I'm surprised after that 24 points in the first quarter, they've been held to 34 points the rest of the contest. And that's a tribute to Henry Ford. Yes, Terris State has missed a lot of easy shots, but that's a block. Fouls on number 0. That's Maya Goodman. Maya Goodman, that's her third foul. French goes to the free throw line. We don't have the quickie stats. Maybe they should do something like that for us so we can tell you how many points they have and everything else, because she's played well. French, first free throw is up and good. Tamia French hit the first one, 58-47.
I kind of like this strategy. Just move everybody back on the defensive end and let them rest.
Get a little blow.
Yes.
But see, now you got to make something happen. So I think immediately once they inbounds, you have to come up. There you go. They're going to trap. There was a steal right there. Page, shot up, no good. Long rebound. Standiford. Nice.
Lefty.
Oh, missed the lefty layup. She traveled. She's not going to call that. Called that foul on number 15. That is Chloe McClendon, her first. I thought she traveled before.
Yeah,
58-48, 10 points.
Very much like a travel.
Under 3 minutes now. You gotta check now. Double team the ball. She traveled again. Judge on the steal. You gotta call the travels. I don't care how late it is in the game. Judge, what are you doing? Throws it inbound. Try to enter entry pass to the paint. Stolen away by Cook. Howard. Layup, good. 60-48. She hurt herself. There's a foul there. And that foul is on number 12, DePanay. That's unbelievably, that's her first foul of the night. A lot of fouls in the second half.
Unofficially, that's her first foul.
Well, that is. I mean, I keep good stats.
Okay.
Judge, you got to hit this shot.
Boom.
3 times, 2 times. Foot was on the line. 60-50. Coming up on 2 minutes. You got to pick up now. Because if you're Terris State, you can hold it. DePanay shoots it. She didn't hear me. Now you got to get on the floor. DePanay gets it back.
Travel.
And traveling is the call.
Yes. Peace went for the step back 3 and took too many steps. 1 step too many for Peace.
60-50. Traveling. Talk about travel, but
That was
there's a regroup. The regroup. Plummer with the layup, 60-52. Now, I think Plummer has about 8 points to go with all those boards. She'll have a nice stat line. Now it's 60-52 with 90 seconds to play. They got to get the ball. They got to start thinking about fouling.
Ooh.
And that was a dead-eye 3 by Peace, and that might be it. 63-52. Standiford, she's got to be tired. Ice bath afterwards. Shot up, no good. Man, playing all those minutes and bumping bodies, that's nothing to play with.
Yeah, Standiford has been doing a very good job in getting inside that defense.
And foul on Hines. That's her second foul at the free throw line is Standiford. I love what she's done tonight.
Yes.
5-7 says out of Romulus. Second shot is up and good. 63-54, 75 seconds and counting. Howard coming right back. There's a foul. And that's a foul on number 44, Faith Plummer. That is Faith Plummer's 4th foul. Headed to the line is Olivia Howard. And she's had a lot of foul trouble, but she's played tough. Shot up and it's good. Next shot by Howard, 64-54, 109 left in regulation. Second shot is good. 65-54. Standiford, she's going to keep it, but she's looking for a pick.
Crossover.
She gets to the basket.
Through.
That's And Terris State fighting over the basketball. 65-54. Less than a minute.
Standiford has been doing an outstanding job attacking for Henry Ford.
I think they called a foul. No. Judge. Don't have a lot of time. Hurry. Gives it to Plummer. Plummer kicked it out. That's a turnover, and I think that might do it. 65-54, unless they hit a ton of threes. Howard has the rock.
They'll sit on it.
Going to run some clock. You can hear the coach. 30 seconds left.
14 on the shot clock.
Hines,
Get that one up.
No good. Page outside to Deepanay. Shot up no good. McClendon kicks it in. Standifer to the basket. Nice little move. Hey, we're going to lose. I'm going to make you remember it. 65-56. That was a nice move.
Yes, it was.
Less than 10 seconds left, and I think they're going to dribble it out. 65-56 Terris State. I think that's what that's going to be the final. And that's it. Final score, Terris State 65, Henry Ford College 56. Nice ball game for Henry Ford. Just came up a little short and just need some bodies. They played this game with, what's that, 5 young ladies?
6.
6. Where's the 6? I see 5.
Oh, you know what?
I see 5. So 5 young ladies for Henry Ford. They played valiant.
5, yes.
I mean,
You're
listen,
right.
Nobody ever wants to come out the game, right? So you better be in shape. So
Nobody can't come out the game.
Yeah, they can. So you're not going to play with 4. This is basketball.
And the only way you play with 4 is when you foul out.
Yeah. But, hey, final score, Terris State 65, Henry Ford College women 56. Up next are the men, so we'll take a quick one, and we'll come back with you shortly. This is Henry Ford College Athletics, live stream on YouTube. Eric Pate, Jeff Lowe.